Greetings and happy November, everybody. We're marching towards Thanksgiving in just a couple of weeks. Halloween is in the rearview mirror, and even though I didn't really do much this year, I am aware that it's now the second largest commercial holiday in the United States. Each month, I sit down and I think about what's present in my life and what I want to share in my video blog. With Thanksgiving on the horizon, it would be easy and natural to talk about gratitude, but truthfully, I've been feeling a little bit unsettled lately, and gratitude seems a bit more elusive to me than it normally does. Like many of you, I've got some things going on in my personal life that I wish I didn't have to deal with. I know everything will work out fine in the long run, but that doesn't mean it's easy right now. And of course, there's what's happening in the world. I generally don't speak or write about heavy political topics, but it's impossible not to notice the tension and pain that seems to be everywhere between the recent government shutdown, ICE raids here in Chicago, conflict in the Middle East and Africa. Now, even though the shutdown is over as of today, I think it's still going to take some time to get air travel back to normal before Thanksgiving due to problems with air traffic control. So I've had to be extra careful and protective of my own energy, deciding how much of the chaos around me I allow into my energy field. It feels responsible for me to stay aware of what's going on in the world, but it's also wise to know when to pull back so that I don't get so spun up that I can't even function. I've got a long history of getting spun up, and I have done a lot of work on not letting it happen so easily. So that plays into the being protective of my energy thing I just mentioned. Speaking of air travel, a word came up for me the other day that feels just like the perfect description of how life feels right now. The word is turbulence. The interesting thing about turbulence is that even though it's uncomfortable and unsettling, it rarely leads to catastrophe. I once read that the vast majority of commercial flights experience some level of turbulence, and that it's even increasing due to climate change and crowded skies. Talk about a metaphor for life, right? Even if half of all flights experience turbulence, fewer than 0.0000001% actually crash. That means that even when things feel the roughest, the odds are overwhelmingly in our favor that everything will actually be okay. Easier said than done, though, especially when you're in the middle of it. So, how does that apply to my everyday life right now? Here's how. No matter how unsettled I might feel, the vast majority of my life experience is still extremely positive. We've just had one of the most beautiful autumns in Chicago that I can remember. Warm, golden days filled with sunshine. The leaves have lingered longer than usual, showing off every shade of green, yellow, and orange. When I drive through the city or walk through a park, we have so many, I'm astounded by the beauty that meets all my senses. The smell of crisp autumn air, the taste of harvest foods, the warmth of the sun on my face, the cool breeze across my skin, the sound of dry leaves rustling in the wind. Even in the midst of turbulence, there are moments that are absolutely heavenly. Psychiatrist, philosopher, and Holocaust survivor Viktor Frankl once said, "Forces beyond your control can take away everything you possess except one thing, your freedom to choose how you will respond to the situation. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. While the air of life around me may be more turbulent than I'd prefer, I still have a choice. Even when I can't control external events, I always maintain the freedom to choose my internal response and my attitude. As Thanksgiving approaches, I'm grateful for the beauty and stillness that appear in between the chaos and noise. And I'm grateful for my community of family and friends, people who, like me, believe there are brighter days ahead if we continue to hold peaceful, loving energy in our hearts whenever and wherever we can. Well, I think I'll head out for a little walk and soak in more of the beautiful fall energy. Wishing you well for the rest of the month, and I'll see you again in December, which, as many of you know, is my birthday month. Now, this year is a big one, so I'm sure I'll have plenty to say. Ciao, ciao for now.